Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Marc, and today we're going to talk about Marquez making the statement that the wet race in Thailand saved his life. Now, Marquez is officially done 3 Grand Prix since he's back. His first Grand Prix in Aragon ended on lap 1, and he did a great race in Japan. But going into Thailand, this race weekend was going to be his first proper crack at it, as in he was going to go out there and be fully aggressive and go for it. And he openly admitted that, having it rain on Sunday actually really helped him out because he was already struggling with his arm. He mentioned that on the Sunday morning when he woke up, he didn't have a good feeling in his arm. He said his arm was very stiff, and when he was in the warm-up session, he didn't have a good feeling on the bike with the arm. And he went to work with the Clinica Mobile. Now, he said there wasn't any physical limitations, but again, he is still in the rehabilitation phase of what's going on. So is this an indication that he is still a little bit early in returning back to MotoGP? And this is one of my questions I've had for a while, and I have put it out there, is Honda do need him back. Joe Pooch is wetting himself with excitement with having him back. He's clearly showing the difference between he and the other Honda riders. But would he be better off taking a superbike with slicks and doing 5,000 laps of the Spanish circuit just to get that muscle memory back? I know it will never give him the full, but is he risking too much being on the MotoGP bike, especially in that condition? Now, I also take it that you're never going to get MotoGP fit unless you're riding a MotoGP bike. So there is two sides to the argument, but maybe I think it should have been around now that he should actually have started his comeback rather than in Aragon. But the other thing that I kind of have in my mind is the track that is coming is Phillip Island. Is, in my view, it is definitely probably number 1 or number 2 in tracks that you do not want to crash on. If you have a crash in Phillip Island, it is likely going to be a fast crash, or it is going to throw you straight out the front door of your bike if you crash. So this one has me, if I'm very honest with Marquez. We know he's not fully race fit, we know he's not fully recovered. It's definitely a worrying track is where I would call it to see Marquez on. But again, I do commend him for coming back. He is showing great leadership in Honda. The change of HRC president, I think, also is perking everyone in HRC up. But I also do believe that within Honda, the roadblock between Europe and Japan has now been removed. I think Honda are clearly involved now, and a lot of the direction is coming from Marquez on what he wants with the bike, which could be good or could be bad. I do think it's great though that they won't change the philosophy that they've started this year with, meaning show a rear bias bike. So I don't think they're going to go back to a full front end bike, but look, let's wait and see in that. But again, I just found it very interesting that Marc is openly admitting how much that he is struggling in those conditions, and if it was a dry race, he doesn't think that he would have been able to fight towards the front. But I'd definitely love to know what you think. Do you still think he's too early? What do you think of his comeback overall? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow in another video.